Hello and welcome to ThePrint. This is Prabhakar Tamilarasu and today with me is our political editor DK Singh. Today we have an eminent guest, Mr. Raja. Raja is our DMK's Deputy General Secretary and he is an MP of Nilgiris constituency. He is contesting in this constituency for the fourth time and he was also the former Union Minister. So, Vanakkam sir.
Vanakkam.
So like this is the fourth time you are contesting from this Nilgiris constituency and this time you are being like you are facing BJP's former state president and the union minister L. Murugan. Like, is he making the competition tougher, sir?
Nothing. The competition fight will be DMK and AIADMK.
Like, because he has been the union minister, like
nothing to do here.
Okay, let me bring you to the Prime Minister's interview yesterday. I wonder if you could get the time to watch his interview.
I didn't know. I didn't watch.
So yesterday he gave an interview to the ANI and there he's saying he's attacking the Congress. Basically saying how come you are aligning with a party, the DMK, which spews venom about Sanatan, which was born out of hatred for Sanatan. That was the Prime Minister in the interview.
Understanding of Sanatanam is something different. There is a High Court judgment, Chennai High Court judgment. I already filed an appeal. So the pending appeal, it may not be fair on my part to comment upon the what is this is. Because what is Sanatana Dharma, according to us, according to him, that is altogether different. Even the judge's observation also is not clear. So there must be a clear definition. I think that it will be settled by court.
So the court will settle, but we want to understand where you stand, where Modi stands.
No. When the case is pending, it may not be fair on my part to say which one is Sanatana Dharma. That is what I am telling.
You don't want to even comment on what the Prime Minister has said, that the DMK is born out of hatred for Sanatan?
It will not have any value in Tamil Nadu. Prime Minister's value will not have any small value in Tamil Nadu. The voice of the Prime Minister is completely zero in Tamil Nadu.
Well, he is attracting a lot of crowd when he comes here.
Crowd we can mobilize. What is that?
But whenever you talk about Sanatana Dharma in Tamil Nadu...
Brother, I cannot talk Sanatana Dharma because it is judicial pendency. Any other case I am dare to say. So, when matter is pending, I should not comment. Please understand.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I am not afraid of anything. The definition of the so-called Dharma is not at all settled. Either by me or by Prime Minister or by the court.
Fair enough.
Go for the next question.
So, your Al Murugan, he has been accusing you of making anti-Hindu speeches in your campaign.
He is entitled to say anything, na? As a candidate, he is entitled to campaign anything. Believing the people, see, whether the people is going to believe or not, the ultimate question, na? Let us wait.
So, for you, which is your principal adversary? Of course, right now you will say AIADMK, not BJP, but from here onwards, now 5 years later, how big a threat is the BJP to the DMK? Now or 5 years later, 10 years later?
As on the date, DMK is having, the BJP is having no footing at all in Tamil Nadu. We are not worrying about that. It is always negligible. Because it is an ideological war, in the ideological war, Dravidian ideological war will not accept the so-called saffron ideology.
But if you keep neglecting them, like after 5 years or say 10 years, there is a chance for a third alternative and that third alternative might be BJP, right?
We will say that does not mean we will be silent to permitting the BJP come. As on the date, we are not worrying about the BJP. We will see any increase of the vote, then we will counter it. So quite natural in parliament, na? We have to counter it.
Since January, the Prime Minister has visited Tamil Nadu at least 7 times.
Who has not visited for anything for Tamil Nadu? Whether it is Thoothukudi shooting, whether it is Chennai flood or Thoothukudi flood or any natural calamity, he never turned to Tamil Nadu. He is coming for more than 10 times now. Who will believe?
But there is also like from their point of view, they are also saying like even the previous Prime Ministers haven't visited for any of these calamities. Then why to target Prime Minister alone? Okay,
at least you did not visit the property, but you must share some concern, na? At least you have to pay some money. And tell that, don't worry, the people of Tamil Nadu need not be worried. I am sending my people, I am sending finance minister, I am sending defense minister, I am sending also your relief. You are sending people, not relief. Then the question will be asked automatically. The adequate relief that has been given by the central government or union government, this question will not start because he already gave it. The presence is, physical presence may not be material or immaterial, provided relief is given. In the absence of relief, the question will come.
You don't see the BJP as a threat now. Say 5 years later, 10 years later, do you see the BJP growing at the cost of the ADMK or other parties
That we
and
have to
growing
wait.
in Tamil
That we have to say, that depends upon the ADMK. That depends upon the ADMK. The role of ADMK as a opposition, if they are failing, then some new move may be there in politics. We cannot foresee now. As on the date, ideologically, Tamil Nadu is intact with the Dravidian model. It will not permit religious politics.
How strong is Hindutva sentiment here? We are given to understand by analysts that you have about 10 to 15% voters even now who may be driven by Hindutva in Tamil Nadu. Is that correct?
I do not think so. I do not think so.
If so, what is your prediction percentage of
Which one?
Hindutva voters?
I am not. The fight is between ADMK and DMK. Let us wait. We have to accept the reality. Yeah? Why should we speculate?
But do you see
Neither I am undermining nor I am exaggerating. They are having their own freedom, their own right to propagate their own idea. We are having our own ideology. I think that this ideology will stand for some more century. We will see.
Is your ideology anti-Hindutva?
Our ideology saved all 95% of Hindus. All 5%. Who gave Mandal Commission? Not RSS, not BJP, not ABVP. Mandal Commission was introduced at the request of DMK by the VP Singh. Definitely not by saffron politics. None of the reservation, 1%, right from scheduled caste up to the backward class. None of the community, the so-called Hindus. I am also Hindu. I belong to scheduled caste. Backward class, all the backward, Yadapati Panisam backward class, Open Islam backward class, Tamilisai backward class. All are backward class. All are Hindus. What is your problem? Your problem is you want to say 3% of Hindus want to rule this country. We are fighting for 97% of Hindus. All my brothers, all my sisters. So your Hindu is something different, my Hindu is something different. My Hindu connecting all people with kind and affection. Your Hindu wanted to hurt somebody. No.
One of the remarks you made earlier created a lot of buzz when you said that if you remain a Hindu, you will be a Shudra ever. What?
Brother, these are all Sanatana Dharma. I don't want to drag into me. Come to election. I will not answer. I will go hear that. The matter is, all this matter is pending before the High Court. I am not afraid of. If it is necessary, I will appear before the High Court in appeal. Don't think Raja is.
So let me tell
don't go for all this nonsense, please.
Okay, so we leave this.
Come
here.
for that.
This topic is here. Let me talk to you about what Udayanidhi said the other day. Suddenly he was talking about this 2G spectrum case. He said you had to fight a lone battle.
Yes.
Now, one would expect that you would like to put this chapter behind and move on. Why would the DMK be talking about this case?
Who said? Prime Minister said in Metupalayam. What nonsense you are doing? The Prime Minister came here and said the candidate is 2G scam candidate. Are you not Sam? Are you Prime Minister? It is not a benefit of doubt. The acquittal came in my favor after stepping into box and deposed the evidence. Offer myself to the CBI. You know Prime Minister well aware. Then you are saying still it is a scam. When the Prime Minister to that stature, you are claiming in my own constancy that there is a scam, am I not entitled to say something against you?
Were you isolated?
Isolated by Congress, isolated by democratic institutions, isolated by you. Which press, which television came to me? Please, Raja, tell me the truth. All nonsense relying 1.76, 1.6. None of the press, none of the institutions, including Supreme Court, none of the institution, neither High Court, nor District Court, nor what do we call CAG, none of the constitutional institutions, none of the government bodies supported me, except Kalangir Karunanidhi and DMK. Am I not entitled to say that I am isolated?
But finally you got acquittal from the court only.
That is I'm getting credit. What is problem with you? I fought. No, none of the there was no support in the government. Na? I was former minister. That is why people are saying that he fought alone.
You have the distinction of being a minister in the Vajpayee government, then becoming a minister in the Dr. Manmohan Singh government also.
Yes.
Now you see the Modi government. Could you tell us how these three governments have been different? How the three prime ministers have been different? Because you have worked with two of them together.
All other prime ministers are democratic. This man is undemocratic. Completely undemocratic. Even the cabinet ministers are sharing with me that prime minister is undemocratic. Most of the ministries are being run by PMO. Most of the cabinet ministers are inert. The directions came from PMO or Principal Secretary.
How was Vajpayee?
Vajpayee, democratic man. Democratic. You know how All India Institute, 10 All India Institute institutes came into existence? I was health minister, deputy minister of state health. You check it up. What I am telling is correct or not. Wednesday is a question day for me and Prime Minister. Health Ministry and PMO will have same question day for every Wednesday in the Lok Sabha. I used to give the answers. He has been giving encouragement to use to see my answers. But most of the time, my inability means the convincing the people, not able to convince the people. The reason is health is a state subject. Funds are being flown from the central government, right from the primary health center up to the top national programs. You take National AIDS Control Program, you take National Leprosy Control Program, you take National Malaria Control Program, whatever be the national program, all the programs are being funded by the government of India, right from the primary health center. But we are having no direct role as a central government. Our fund will be for 60% or 80% or 90%. 10% or 20%, 30% will be the share of the state government. But we can't directly claim anything. Any failure on the part of the state government, the question will come in the parliament. Then I will say, we are giving the fund, any proposal is going to be mooted from the state government, we can do. Then there will be a little bit alagulla. One day I got a slip after the question hour. Sir, Prime Minister calls to his chamber. I went there. Immediately, Raja, always you are saying that central government is having no role. I was a young boy, 32 years, 34 years old. I was never in the BJP, so that the political hierarchy also is not with me in the instinct. So I am a DMK man, young blood. I said, sir, after Jawaharlal Nehru, no Prime Minister had and has vision over this subject. How can you say like that? Sir, Jawaharlal Nehru started All India Institute of Medical Science, Pondicherry Jibbar, Chandigarh Jibbar, Nimans in Hyderabad. So many national institutes, research institute, including ICMR, Indian Council for Medical Research. But after the Nehru, no Prime Minister had given any attention to the sector. Oh, then what can we do? Why not you start 10 aims or 5 aims? That day, a stone was put on the thinking pool of Mr. Vajpayee. Ultimately, he called a meeting. All finance secretary and Bijresh Misra, principal secretary at that time, I can recall. Immediately he called a meeting and they announced return All India Institute of Medical Science. I was the reason for that. To that technique, he was democratic.
You call Narendra Modi undemocratic, but he has been winning one election after another. Even now, people surveys show that he is going to have
winning election is something different. Winning election is something different. Nature of a person is something different. You can portray something, you can project something and get the votes. Thereafter, people will realize. I think that this election, people will realize.
Why do you think people vote for him? Your assessment.
See, he is doing saffron politics. Every man is entitled to have a faith upon the God or spiritual values. Ambedkar rightly said, religion as a social force cannot be ignored. Religion as a social force cannot be ignored. This is a quote of Ambedkar. But it need not be connected with God or it need not be connected with hatring ideology. You should not segregate yourselves. It should unite. Whether it is Allah, whether it is Ram, whether it is Jesus, unite. You see Tamil Nadu? Ramjan biryani will come to me. Deepavali sweets will go to them. Then Christmas cake will come all together. No problem in na. But your problem is you wanted to say something. No. This country. No, that is not acceptable to us.
You talked about Dravidianism. Even here, I have been talking to experts. I was in Chennai. I was talking to people. They say that somehow that Dravidianism, the culture, that the youngsters here are no more so much attracted to it. Only that now that controversy has started, that youngsters have started reading about all this. Otherwise,
if it is so, we have to correct it.
But is it your assessment too?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know. But always some rebellion thoughts will be there. Nah? Whether it's right or somebody will inculcate, somebody will inject poison or venomous or something else. Similarly, this type of venomous also will go. We will have to counter it. That's all. But we were very clear. India is cultivated. India was and India has been cultivated with 2 cultures on the basis of 2 languages. One is Tamil and associated languages of Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam. This is Dravidian language. Another language is Sanskrit. Then Sanskrit-oriented culture. This culture, Aryan culture and Dravidian culture, both were well recognized by all those stalwarts, including Dr. Radhakrishnan, including Dr. C.P. Ramasamy, who served in the various capacities as Diwan of Kerala, the Thiruvangur, and the Vice Chancellor of Pune University, and the Chairman of the Integral Council of India, Integration Council of India, appointed by Nehru. He was a very master and pandit in Sanskrit and Tamil. He said there were and there are two cultures in the country based on the Sanskrit and Tamil. One is Aryan culture, another is a Dravidian culture. So you cannot say Dravidian culture is wrong or Dravidian culture is myth, something else. We want to nurturize, we want to cultivate that there is a culture, Dravidian culture, that culture should be upheld on the basis of language, on the basis of the culture. It may differ with the Aryan culture. That does not mean we are hating them. But you have to accept, na?
So, generally, and this is the perception given to us by leaders, your political adversaries, it's not I'm gathering from the field, people seem to have this, inclination to go for a third alternative. Now, they have had two parties.
Let us wait, yeah, let us wait. Why you are injecting? Let us wait. See the... So I think that you are coming with a pre-notion.
I told
No,
you-
no, I am accusing you are coming with a preconceived notion. Why you are third alternate? Why you are third alternate? Let us see result. If really, I am telling, I am very frank. I am an advocate. I am a democratic. I am open everything. If anything, at least for 20 seats, if BJP is in second place, then we have to think, please call, come, we have to discuss. See the result. Why you are jumping? Third, why you are waiting for third alternative?
I am not saying that.
No. I am having some problem in your mind. Sorry. Nothing is happening. Last time they are having only 3%. Second time they are contesting. But you are third, they are growing. Who?
They have created a lot of buzz.
Who? But so you wait for 2 months, na? Then you come. You are cultivating something. The third alternative is coming. I do not think so.
Okay, agreed. Tell me, what are your main planks this time in the election?
Which one?
In Tamil Nadu, what's your main plan?
Our Chief Minister gave a clarion call. Stalin calls you. MK Stalin calls you to save the democracy, to save the India, to save the constitution. Two slogans: save India, save constitution. That is a clarion call that has been given by MK Stalin. Why? Constitution under threat. The opening sentence of the constitution says, we the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, secular, socialistic, democratic republic. Democratic republic, there is a danger. Socialistic approach, there is a danger. All PUCs were sold. Secular, already gone. Then republic. Republic, if three things out, republic will not be there in the election.
That brings me to this issue. About half a dozen BJP MPs have been saying that if we get a 2/3 majority, and that's why you give us 370 or 400, there will be changes in the constitution if we get that.
That is why we are telling constitution should not be changed.
But there have been amendments in the constitution, over 100 amendments so far.
But why you are suppressing that the basic structure of the constitution cannot be amended, and you are very cleverly putting me, you are putting me, constitution is being amended. You are talking with Raja.
No.
Mister, you are talking with Raja.
You're a lawyer, I know.
Don't cheat yourself.
No, I'm not cheating.
You are cheating yourself. Don't undermine.
Mr. Raja.
Mister, basic structure of the constitution cannot be amended. All right? Or full bench of the Supreme Court. Full bench of the Supreme Court. Now you are saying that very easily, constitution will be amended.
No.
Now these people wanted to say...
Let me come to my original question. Question was that this is what the BJP MPs are saying.
Not BJP MP, Vice President of India, sitting on the chair, Mr. Thankar. Is it not shame on your part?
But they are not specifying what changes they want.
No, Thankar said basic structure of the constitution should be changed. The judgment which was given by the full bench of the constitutional bench of the Supreme Court must be erased. That is not acceptable to us.
And what exactly do they want to do after changing the basic structure? I mean, what do they want to tamper with their sex?
No, preamble will be maybe fundamental right, maybe freedom of press. All basic structure. Na? Take it granted, if the constitution is erased, I think that the country will not be there. Because the country was united by the constitution. I recall your memory. I'm not a history student, but you must read this history. 1946 and 47, when the Constitution Assembly was sitting, the British people is going to give the liberty and freedom. That time Constitutional Assembly used to sit and discuss how the constitution should be. There was a massacre in genocide in the Navagali. Lakhs were Hindus were killed by Muslims. At the same time, Calcutta and Delhi, thousands of lakhs of Muslims are killed by Hindus. Hindus are killed by Muslims, Muslims are killed by Hindus. Either way, Gandhi went there and used to sit for complete fast unto death. The entire country was shocked. All leaders, top 50 leaders went there, including Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, who represented Hindu Mahasabha, and gave assurance to Gandhi that nothing will happen, please come, father of your nation. Then the constitution came into existence. What type of discussion took place in the Constitutional Assembly? You go please. Go please. Those who are working in the press now, that too Modi is the Prime Minister, must see the constitutional debate, what happened in the constitutional debate. Why the country is still being integrated in spite of the diversities in language. How many languages? Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Kannada, Tulu, Oriya, Rajasthani, Hindi, Urdu, Marathi, Gujarati, Kashmiri. How many languages? How many religions? Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Jains, and Buddhist, and Sikhs. All these different. Even my dhoti is not in Delhi. Delhi Gurda is not here. Rajasthani top is not here. No, my idli is not there. Your puri is not here. So, different language, different food, different dress, different religion. All these things were diversities. That is why Nehru clearly called it unity in diversity. Recognize your diversity, then unity will come. But Modi formula is no diversity, there will be unity. The unity will not be there.
So let me just tell you, this is what the Prime Minister said about diversity in the context of Tamil Nadu. Yesterday in the interview which he was saying, that Tamil Nadu has the most number of villages associated with the name of Lord Ram. That shows the diversity of the country.
I do not want to go for this politics. You recognize linguistic culture. See, we want to be proud to be called in India. See, when the Pakistan war was on, the highest amount was paid by the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Dr. Kalainar Karunanidhi, 6 crore. When Gargil was attacked by Pakistani, 100 crores, none of the North India states given. 100 crores was given by Kalainar Karunanidhi. When the Chief of the Army died in the air crash in Kunnur, the Chief Minister went there, stayed 2 days. So, please don't teach integrity and nationality, this and that. We are proud to be Indian. But at the same time, please recognize our language, our culture, our ideology.
What do you think about this Kachatibi controversy that Annamalai has started here?
Nothing. No, settled, na? Not even 24 hours. The lie will be celebrated for 24 hours. Settle down.
So coming back to Tamil Nadu, how do you see Annamalai's growth? He has been portrayed as a young leader. Even there are hypothetically speaking, there are people predicting he will be the next Prime Minister candidate as well.
Yeah,
so
but everybody is having right to dream. That cannot be stopped.
How do you see his growth in Tamil Nadu? As in party wise, also in the at least there are 10 star candidates he has put up this time, and the BJP is contesting 23 constituencies. The Lotus symbol is contesting 23 constituencies. Whereas in Tamil Nadu. So, but whereas our DMK is contesting in 21 constituencies. The Rising Sun symbol is contesting 21 constituencies. So, how do you see this?
You are having no alliance. That is why you are contesting 23. We want to accommodate every secular forces so that we distributed seats, na?
So, for national viewers, just tell us which way is Tamil Nadu politics heading? On one side you have DMK, what's on the other side?
I not catch your point. What?
On the one side you have the DMK and its allies. On the other side, you have a whole assortment of parties. You have ADMK, the BJP is coming in, PMK, all these parties. So, is there going to be the same bipolar fight in future also, or we see
no, see, this alliance is not political alliance. The alliance that has been done by our honorable leader MK Stalin is based on the principles. All secular forces, CPI, CPM, Vidudalai Chiruthaikal, all leftists, those who are having faith in leftism and the secularism are united. So this alliance cannot be said that it is a political alliance. It is an alliance on the basis of the principle, on the ideology. Whatever be the other side, we don't bother about it.
He is asking, I'll put the question in this way. So all these years it has been like DMK versus ADMK, and now there is a triangular. Actually, it is a like four-cornered fight, like including Nam Tamlar Kachi. So heading towards, how do you see it versus like it will be a bipolar like ADMK,
No, already I
DMK
said,
versus.
already said, even the first question is the fight will be ADMK and DMK. No, that's all. I think that you see how many people are going to lose their deposits of BJP.
What is it about Tamil Nadu that, since 1967, no national party has been able to basically make a significant...
That you have to introscope, because that is I'm telling. In 1962, the founder of the party, Dr. C.N. Annadurai, spoke in the parliament. We belong, I quote, I belong to a Dravidian stock. That does not mean I am against a Maharashtrian or a Gujarati. By calling myself a Dravidian, we are very proud to say that we are having something different, something distinct to offer in terms of language and culture to the world at large. We are having rich heritage. That does not mean other heritages are secondary or something lower. We are entitled to celebrate our rich heritage in terms of language, in terms of culture, in terms of literature. This literature, none of the literature in Tamil says that you go for caste system, you go for Varna system, you go for this, that. Division of labor is universal. Division of laborer is not universal. So division of labor we can accept. Division of labor in the time of birth will not be accepted by Dravidian ideology.
Do you think the national parties are not getting this?
I think that national parties, those who are ready to recognize all these things, may grow. Because first time I hearing Mr. Rahul Gandhi, that I learned Tamil, language and heritage and culture. We respect this culture. We are respecting other culture also. This culture is also... See, first time some recognition came from his mouth. That we need. That we need. You go and recognize the Gujarati culture, Gujarati, any enrichment in terms of noble ideas available in the literature of the Gujarati, it has to be celebrated. At the same time, the literature who divide the people should be thrown out.
Like ever since your 2G days, you have been often pulled into some controversy or the other. Either let it be the election time or even during the non-election times, you have been pulled up, and certain times, like it was misconstrued.
That is cut and paste. Cut and paste.
Like, have you ever regretted for any of your statements that has gone like blown out of proportion?
No, I will explain. That's all. This is cut of paste and cut. That's all. Clarification will be given by me. That's all.
So if I recall you, when you said that India is not a nation, it's a subcontinent. Can you tell our viewers what exactly you meant?
See, it is this word was used by all leaders, including Jawaharlal Nehru. Our school syllabus, I think that my brother is Tamilian. India or Tunai Kandam, in our syllabus it is there. In Tamil Nadu syllabus, India is a subcontinent because it is not having one language, one culture, one religion, one food, one dress. It is having multi-linguistic states. It is having multi-religious faces. It is having multicultural, multi-food. So that it is a subcontinent. Subcontinent is framed under one constitution as a nation.
It became a huge controversy. Many of your political...
I do not think, sir, it is 6th standard. You check your friend from Tamil Nadu, your own man. Right from 6th standard syllabus, when I was studying India or Tunai Kandam, India, what India is subcontinent, it is taught by our teachers. I am not lying. Please check with your own people.
But their thing is, why is India not a nation?
It is a nation. Under a nation, the reality is subcontinent having so many languages, so many religion, so many culture.
I know you have to go and campaign. My last question from my side, which is about your party. You were very close to Karunanidhi, that we know. You have a new leader now. How has the party changed, and how is the party changing with the change of leadership?
No, see, when we are not changing the ideology, change of leadership is not an issue. As long as you are traveling in the path of Periyar, Anna and Kalaignar, MK Stalin must be celebrated, na? When there is a deviation, controversy come. So we are very proud to say, people believed that there will be little bit dilution in ideological war with this present chief minister. Because this chief minister, when he was born, he never directly hit by caste system. He may be little bit, because in my school days, I know the caste system. My forefathers was completely uneducated and uncivilized people because of the caste system. My daughter is studying in London. She cannot infer, she cannot sense the real caste system.
And your father and your grandfather worked in Sri Lanka and then came.
And came here, because of untouchability, they went and come here. They got some English education in Sri Lanka, my father, and came here. He bought some lands. And my mother's brother, who is none other than my father-in-law, was the member of parliament for 10 years in the Congress. He was B honors English in those days. He was used to call us singer, good English speaking, silver tongue ayakannu. So that because of education, because of the constitution, because of the privilege under the reservation given to us, we came here. That is why we wanted to save the constitution.
You know, we have seen the DMK playing a larger role in government formation at the center, many times for actually installing the prime ministers. But we've never seen the DMK so aggressively taking on the center.
Which one?
Today's DMK is taking on the center on a host of issues.
No, we are taking very seriously. We want to save India. We want to save the constitution.
You are fighting against the center very aggressively, which is a bit unusual. Earlier it was not happening.
We haven't deprived of so much, na? 30,000 crore for Thoothukudi flood. Prime Minister promised to the Chief Minister in one-to-one meeting, don't worry, Mr. Stalin, I will go, don't worry. That is why Prime Minister said the daylight lie. Prime Minister is lying. In what way you help, as a Prime Minister, as a central government, what type of role you are having in Tamil Nadu?
So you're saying he told the Chief Minister in private that he will be giving this much assistance and he didn't?
Check with him. Check with him. Chief Minister told in the press conference, in a public meeting, gatherings of lack of people, Prime Minister one-to-one in the chamber of Prime Minister, he promised, don't worry, I will give money. Then he instructed, Chief Minister instructed Mr. A Raja to rise in the parliament. Minister of State Finance replied it. Nothing happened. Is it not a lie?
So the last question from your side, what are your numbers?
Which one? 40 out of 40 here. 40 out of 40. Last time we slipped one. That's all. This is 40 out of 40. People are more angry than 2019. As a candidate, when I am on the jeep, when I am on the in the vehicle, I know the sign. I know the eye of the people. Tamil Nadu 40 out of 40.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for spending time for us. Thank you.